Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a game called Smalland. And this game is pretty much like the other game called Grounded, where you play as a small child who was shrunk and you explore a backyard. But this game is different because you play as a tiny little creature. I don't know if it's a variant of a pixie or a fae or a fairy or what it is, but you're playing as a small creature and you're exploring this big forest and gathering resources and collecting as much as you can to make some pretty interesting gear. These are the tiny little creatures you're playing on. I kind of like to feel like they're called fays or something. I don't remember. But in the game, they're actually referenced as small folk. I think that's probably what they're just trying to go for because they don't want to have like a legitimate classification for them. But I kind of want to feel like they're pixies or fays, kind of like little small fairy creatures. Alright, well I think this is what I'm going to go with. This is what I normally run with when it comes to how I create my character, other than I changed the ears to kind of remind me more of like Jack and Dexter style from those games, as well as I changed the antennas to be the primeval? Or is it at antenna? Primeval, yeah, I think that's what it is. Now, if you're starting new, this is pretty much what I would recommend. Take the season cycle because there are seasons within the game. Now, you can't disable it from what I believe. But go ahead and max that bad boy out if you don't want to have to deal with the immediate cold or the immediate winter. It gives you some time to prepare and get specific food items that'll help you with the cold. It is annoying when the cold eventually builds up, but other than that, it's just different cycles within the season. Crafting time is fine, you know, it's not that bad. Fuel usage, I'm going to go ahead and take that down to about probably 75. Nourishment loss, definitely want to decrease that to 80%. Fall damage, because I'm such a tiny creature and because fall damage is annoying, I'm going to decrease that to 80% as well. Storm frequency, probably 70%. Everything else should be good though. Years have passed since the small folk took sanctuary in the burrows. Seeking refuge from the dangers above, emerging now they strive to reclaim the overland. A perilous realm where death lurks around every corner. The vanguards, intrepid pioneers of the small folk, are sent forth to establish the first settlements in this treacherous land. As a rookie vanguard, your initiation takes an unexpected turn when your party is attacked by a giant hornet. Look at that, they really had to capitalize hornet, didn't they? Alright, well if you are coming back to this game after playing it when it first released and haven't touched it since and you're kind of thinking, this is a new start. It's because it is. Before we used to start in a cave around here. I don't remember. I think it's like near the Elder or somewhere around here. But now you start all the way down here. I like this option a lot better because then you can go around and collect as much as the beginning resources as possible before you eventually reach the dude named Hairnest or something? Hearn? I don't know how to pronounce the name. Oh, totally forgot your name was Hildred. Almost sounds like Mildred. You have close to a woman's name. I just now realized you actually have a stinger in your leg and it's all bloody. But wait a minute, this one still has a stinger in it. So who'd you get stung by? He really doesn't have anything important other than the beginning tutorial stuff. But I'll go ahead and click on him anyways. Alright, first off, if you are new to this game, I'm going to do the best I can to help you get started. There's a button that helps you pretty much sense things around you. I went ahead and remapped it to my middle mouse button since I'm on PC. You click it, then you can highlight over enemies and bugs, and it'll tell you their health, stamina, damage, and speed, as well as it'll tell you their like resistances and their weaknesses. It's pretty much a handy tool for if you want to look around you and you want to scout resources and all that. The next item on the list is you can click the button to bring it down on the ground, and then click it again to pick it up, or you can hold the gather button and it'll automatically pick it up. I like doing that more than just clicking it, unless I'm trying to pick one thing up. Then, you know, that's fine, because sometimes there's items I don't want to pick up because my inventory's full. What I would suggest you do, starting out a new world, as you're going along to the normal guy, Hairnest, I would go to him first, so that way you can have ease of access to make the armor he can make you. Go ahead and collect as much as the beginning resources as you can, because as you're making your way that way, what you're doing at the same time, well, I mean, you can't see it because my avatar is blocking it, but you are gaining experience along the way, and that is something they added after they released the game. This wasn't here when they had the game initially released, which I think is good. When I get leveled up, I normally go for strength and the stamina at the beginning. because you want to output more damage as well as have a lot of stamina for you to actually do more damage. Mainly because you don't want to have to be winded pretty fast. Intelligence definitely will be a thing later on when you have higher tier gear. Intelligence will affect of what you can repair and what you can't repair. So keep that in mind. I never bother with the health. I mean, I think the max I got it up to was 125. Mainly because I have played this game quite a bit, and I'm pretty good at parrying a lot of the enemies, and pretty much I know how the enemies interact with things, so I know their weaknesses and how to pretty much go about dealing with them. You may be tempted to fight... Shut up! You may be tempted to fight that frog, but let me tell you, it is not a good idea, because it is pretty tanky. I'm just pretty much going around and collecting all the beginning loot as I can as I'm making my way all the way to Hairn. You'll be able to pretty much follow the path, and you'll eventually find these little torches that are placed around, and it'll lead you to them. Oh, what was in this cave? Oh, yeah. I'm not ready to go in there. Not yet, at least. I should probably go ahead and drop that. I do not need that club. That club is a terrible weapon. Make a wooden hatchet. Oh, go ahead and make a builder's hammer. Well, thanks for getting him away. I really, really appreciate it. I'm going to go ahead and set a workbench down. Please. Please. Thank you. I think the first thing I'm going to do is definitely make a wooden sword. It has a lot more damage than the wooden club, so I'm going to go ahead and make that one. Ooh, 30 seconds. Is there anything I can grab along the way? Oop, there is. Sprouts! The main reason why I recommend you to grab as much of the beginning resources as you can is you are going to run through all of it. The fiber, the wood, and the resin a lot. There are a lot of recipes that require fiber. There's going to be a lot of times when you're going to run through the wood because you're going to cook it a lot. And then the resin do have a lot of good recipes, especially when you eventually get you a tool that requires you to repair it. But you need to have a repair kit which takes fiber, wood, and resin, so keep that in mind. And if you are running low on the wood, fiber, and resin, and you are pretty close to the beginning area over here, I would always recommend coming back over here and going through and sweeping it to gather it all. I got the sword, I'm going to go ahead and make a bow. Alright, how many arrows can I make? Oosh. Oh... I guess I could sacrifice and make 60. I wasn't going to make that much, but they're wooden arrows. They don't have a whole lot of velocity, so they drop pretty fast. Awesome. And if you're new to the game and you're kind of confused on how you can get the arrows to actually function, take the arrows and put them in this arrow slot right here. It took me a while to try to figure that out when I first played this game 2 years ago. I usually like to engage enemies by shooting them with the bow a couple of times first, and then engaging with the sword or my melee weapon. It's very useful if you're fighting bugs by yourself, especially if it's like a larger bug that has a lot of health. Oh yeah, these are owl effigies. They pretty much give you tips and tricks when you're pretty much new to the game. Neat little stuff like, don't go in water, especially if it's large bodies of water, because apparently we can't swim. Oh, I could probably actually show you the probably best way of fighting large... Well, never mind. I instantly killed that ant. Well, I mean, I guess that's something else I can talk about. Like, if the enemy is unaware of you and you attack it, you can deal a significant amount of damage and probably instant kill it from what you've just seen. I just now realized I started off with my health really low. I should probably go ahead and heal. As well as probably go ahead and eat something. Pretty much when your health is at 75% or above, you'll start healing naturally, which is probably a good thing to keep in mind. You know what? I should probably go ahead and collect these mushrooms, that way I can actually cook some food later. There we go. Now there's a parry system in the game. If you block... You can do like a normal block, but if you wait for the right moment, you can do a parry, and it'll stun it and give you a little bit of stamina for you to go ahead and do a volley of attacks on it. It's pretty good once you actually get the timing of the bug's attacks to where you can actually parry. And from what I've seen, you can pretty much parry almost every bug you encounter. At least every bug that I've encountered. I'm pretty sure I haven't encountered every bug. Oh, and if you're new to this game, at the top of the screen where you see the compass, there's a circle gauge to the left of that compass. That is the day and night cycle. Pretty much anything that's on the blue, that's going to be nighttime, and anything that's not in blue, that's daytime. And there are special creatures that come out at night, like moths and like nocturnal variants of the bugs. I don't know if they have different modifiers about them or if it's just a nocturnal variant of them. Well, how's it going, Hern? Ernest Manikabi. Not gonna go ahead and read all this nonsense. I pretty much know all of it. I just need to get where I need to go next from him, as well as craft the armor. Now, if you didn't adjust the seasons like I did, then you want to go for the padded rats because they offer cold protection. Thank you. They do drop insect fur. I had to test that theory real quick. My next order of business is I'm going to climb this tree, which is called a great tree. They have the mushrooms on the side of them. Pretty much, if you claim a great tree, then you can build your base up there. Now, you can build your base anywhere you prefer, but I personally like to build on the great trees because when you build a base on one of these, and then you go to another great tree and claim that, your stuff, items, and workbenches that are in this tree will be transferred to that tree as well. It is very useful if you're on this side of the map or wherever you are, and you need to repair items or build new gear, then you can pretty much transfer them to that and then build them from there. Oh, it is dark. You know what? I'm gonna make me a torch. Although by the time I get there, it's going to be daytime. Oh, and that structure that you see over there? Yes, you can go to it. Oh, and there is a first-person view. I personally don't like using it because fighting, it's just funny. It just feels funny. I don't like doing that in first person. I mean, I'll build in first person, that way I can actually have a better view. Well, not to mention this torch is kind of blinding in first person. So I normally play in the third person view. And I am all the way at the top of this tree. You pretty much want to go to this little gnome guy and claim the tree. And now I can pretty much build on it. I think I want to just build maybe a 2x2. Yeah, I'll probably build a 2x2 and just do it off to the side. I just really need enough space in order to have a crafting. You know what? I'll do a 3x3. That'll give me more than enough space for me to actually have crafting tables and stuff. 2 windows right here. Alright, now what kind of a roof do I want to go for? Ooh, I do like this chimney. I like that chimney looking one. Yes, I will go for the chimney. Am I stupid? Where's the regular one? Oh, it's right there. I'm an idiot. Oh, wait a minute. Didn't I see like a special window? I did. Awesome. Should probably go ahead and actually put the door there. So that way I can put the window one right here. Oh. What was it? This one? Yes. Neat. Oh. Seem to have a skylight. Is there anything special I can do for that? Probably not. I'll go for just a regular roof. God. Why can't I have a window? I think I want a porch. Yeah, I want a porch. Now, there is a way for you to turn snapping off. For me, I just push T and I can turn snapping off if you just want to have one center stair. But then that becomes a problem because if you have it at a certain height, then it pretty much looks weird, but they do have a smaller one you can do if you want to do that. You can kind of sneakily place it in there, you might be able to. But I don't ever worry about that. Wait, can I make these like really big stairs? Oh! Oh. Well. That's something I didn't know I could really do. Massive stair. I don't think I'd want to go up that in real life. But you know what? It'll save me resources. Instead of just building 2, I can just build 1. Probably do this one here. I should probably go ahead and make some storage. Insufficient materials. Oh, I already ran out of fiber. How's that possible? Or grabbed a lot of it. Oh. It's because I did the 3x3 instead of the 2x2. Sad. Can I at least make... I cannot make a bed, but I can make one of these in order to cook my food. Well, that's fine. That's what I need to do. I need to cook some food. Wow, I can't really make much of this, can I? Well. I guess the next order of business is I'm going to go straight to Elder Ludwig. Down that way. And I'm going to collect some more fiber along the way. Now, you can either choose to take the creepy guy's air balloon, or you can go to this dude, and then you can click, I want to go to the bottom of the great tree, and then he'll say there's a hot air balloon for that, and then you say, but it's slow. He's like, oh, fine. And you hit yes! And there we go, I teleported. I'm so glad they added that feature because it was getting annoying using the hot air balloon. Ooh, I think I chose the wrong direction. Mainly because of these bees. Oh wow, took that one out pretty fast. Took that one out. Wow. These are a lot easier than what I remember. You definitely want to collect this honey crumble. You can find it, oh, over here, cool. When you go to these honeycombs, these little things where the, you can find the bees spawning out of. There's actually an area where you can actually find a lot of them conjugated. But if you take the honey crumble, it's good in a lot of food recipes. Not to mention you can create, like, better healing bandages. Now, this is not the normal way I adventure going towards the Elder. I just wanted to see if there was different resources along the way. Or not different resources, like, more of, like, fiber that I can find. Glonk! Glonk! Now, as you can see, the cellular beetle is pretty tanky. But if you know how to parry him, then you can pretty much win a fight pretty easily against him. I mainly wanted it for the chitin. Chitin's going to be used quite a bit later on. Wait, am I near the jumping spiders? I am. Good thing I realized that's what I was doing. Early on, it's not a good idea to take them on, especially if you don't have proper healing, because if you get poison buildup with the beginning healing bandages, you're not going to heal fast enough, and the poison will probably kill you, if the spiders don't already kill you. The jumping spiders, I haven't been able to get the timing down for their attacks, so probably not a good idea to test it. Oh! I'm at the cave where we used to actually first start at. Go ahead and show you, I guess. So pretty much we used to start off in here when the game first came out. We used to have to walk out of the cave and go to the Elder. I like this, but I think I would much rather prefer the new start that they added. Pretty much you can collect a lot more resources along the way when you get to the first dude. Alright, I am at the cave where the Elder is. I'm not going to read through all this stuff because there's quite a bit of reading. But pretty much you got to get a clover key. And pretty much it talks about the apothecary and the elixir of life. And then pretty much it tells you about the royal vault. Always under heavy guard. Tells you about the chest. And then he'll tell you pretty much what you got to do next. And if you go behind him, this is the walnut chest he talks about. Now, you won't be able to do anything until you get the clover key. And I'm not going to ruin where the clover key is exactly at. You can either play the game for yourself. I would definitely recommend playing the game. It's a pretty good game. Or if you want to watch me play along the way, then you might be able to discover it with me. Well, not really discover it with me. I already know where it's at. Well, I guess I should probably go ahead and head back up to the tree. Because I do need to build that respawn point. Go ahead and click on it. Well, I guess I can go ahead and sleep. Oh, I can't sleep right now. Guess I can go ahead and add more storage. Wait a minute. Ooh, can I do something cheeky? Hang on. Hold on. Can I? Think I might be able to do something really cheeky. Yes. Yes, I can. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Well, I might as well go ahead and make some of those special healing patches. Dang, I got that much honey crumble? I don't need to make that much. I guess I can just start off with probably 15 healing patches. Well, I can repair for free. I might as well do that. Can I upgrade anything? Only if I have stone, but at that point, I might as well just use stone for the upgraded armor. Which, I think I'm going to go ahead and do that next. That means I would need to go over to this dude, Caleb. Oh, did I see a bottle cap? I did. You want to make sure you grab these bottle caps. Oh, and there's a screw. Wait. Does that mean I can actually make... Oh, I can. I can make the stone cutter? Awesome. Now, normally what I like to do when I go around where this statue of the owl is at, I normally like to bridge across right over here in order to actually easily go to this dude. But I think today I'm going to actually take the long way around, pretty much to show you why I normally take the shortcut, for those who haven't played this game yet. Pretty much want to go to this downed log that's been tipped over, and you want to climb it and cross it in order to get to the other side. Nothing really scary along the way, it's just annoying to have to go back and forth in order to do this, so I normally like to take the shortcut and just build across in order for me to get there. Well, there's a bunch of mushrooms that I could use as food. Oh, that's new. I don't remember this. Has this always been here? Oh. That is a lot of stone. Like... Goodness gracious. I need to remember this. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and mark it. Stone. Heaven. Heaven? That's not how you spell it. Oh, whatever. Maybe Stone Heaven for now on. God, I suck at spelling. How's it going, my guy? Pretty much, I like to go to this dude every time I start a new world and immediately get the stone armor. As I like to utilize his ease of access of actually being able to make the armor, because you can't make the armor normally unless you actually have the stone cutter. But seeing how I actually have the screw in the bottle cap, I could have just made it from my base, but I'm already here. I might as well go ahead. Oh, I just now realized I'm missing a key tool. I'm missing the pickaxe. Oh, wait a minute. Think. I might be wrong. Hang on. Is there bull ants here? Oh, there is. Oh, okay, well, you know what? Never mind. I need an ingredient from you. Please give it to me. Where are you going? Can you get to me from there? Oh. You can. That's fine with me. Thank you. You jerk. And, there we go. Go ahead and make that. And I'm going to make the mandibular pickaxe. You need the the bull ant mandibles in order to actually make that pickaxe. I guess I don't need this here now. I guess I can go ahead and take it down. And then I'm pretty much just going to gather the stone that's in this immediate vicinity right here. I don't need to go all the way down there, I'm pretty sure, in order to get enough of it in order to make the armor. It's actually not that much stone needed. Boy, I'm actually pretty glad that I remembered those bull ants were there. I was actually getting a little disappointed because I totally forgot I needed the pickaxe and that I needed their mandibles for the pickaxe. I don't know why I thought just going to them would have gave me the recipe for the pickaxe. Right now, am I going to have enough after that one? 39. Oh, never mind. There's actually some more over here. Boy, I can't wait to have upgraded tools. Swinging this much for a stone, kind of annoying. I got the stuff, my guy. Can you make me some armor? Ooh, am I gonna have enough resin? I should. Awesome. Alright, well, seeing how I have made that, this is better basic protection. The only downside to this armor is you are losing cold protection. But that is fine. And look at that, I basically look like the rest of the other vanguards. Awesome. But that is where I'm going to end the video. Please let me know what you think about Smalland. I actually do really enjoy this game. There's a lot to it, and in my personal opinion, I would much rather prefer playing this game over Grounded, but that's just me. If you would like to see me play some more of this game, please consider hitting that like button, or just leaving a comment down in the comment section below. It will definitely help out from YouTube's stupid algorithm. As always, thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.